What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Masters of the Air, episode number 6. And we're coming off of what was easily, I think, the most intense episode that this show has presented.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of really intense moments. Obviously, every bombing run is very stressful. But this one, just the moment the episode began and people were talking about, oh, we got to go out again. We just went out yesterday. That's back-to-back days. Like, there's no one else that... Talking about how few planes they have.
Right.
It's just the moment the episode began, it felt like an intense, dark episode.
Right.
And by the end of it, you understood why. Because they had few bombers. One bomber was able to accomplish the mission. Most of them were shot down. A handful of them had some mechanical failures and had to back out and go back to base. But that was one of the most intense, horrifying things that this show has presented. There were shots of Rosenthal flying his bomber with
so
just
good.
debris just falling in front of them. And he's like, where is everybody? Why is it so quiet? That bombing run and the results of what went down, just absolutely insane. And just the visuals, the music, everything they did to produce the content just made it feel like the most horrific thing ever. And that's what it felt like.
The flying, that was just intense. That was so well done.
I mean, the fact that Rosenthal was able to maneuver that big ass giant bomber while having fighters come, like literally coming at him. The fact that he was able to make that happen was the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Right.
I mean, just the idea that that giant ass bomber could maneuver that way and fight against those fighters, that was unbelievable.
That was really cool.
I mean, it's probably one of those things where I'm so naive to the reality of the situation. I had no idea that was even a possibility with those planes.
Same. I thought they were just like basically, what did they call them before? Like flying buses.
Yeah, I just had no idea that they could even handle maneuvers like that and handle flying that way. That was just absolutely incredible. And the fact that he was the only one who made it back. Wild. So sad, just so heartbreaking. Just seeing how depleted the whole crew is.
Yeah.
And then for this mission to play out the way that it did. Crosby got promoted.
Right. So
he was handling the navigation for everyone, so he didn't go out on the mission. Bucky got shot down, assuming we're going to get some time with him to figure out what went down with him, because he's alone. We still don't know what happened to Buck. Quinn is still out there trying to get back as well. So there's a lot of unanswered questions. Obviously, this is history, and obviously we could look this up. I have not, and I'm not going to. No. I'm going to let the show play out, and then I'm going to do my research and learn as much about this stuff as I can. But you ready for the next episode?
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. Those are kids. Those are kids. Those are kids.
Jeez.
Oh, shit. Thanks a lot, kid. I mean, I get it. You don't want to be in trouble for that.
Yeah.
Geht ins Haus und ruft die Polizei.
Holy shit. Oh shit.
Wir wollen sie nicht töten.
It doesn't feel like you don't want to kill. It feels like you want to kill.
I mean, the kid said that he had a gun, so they're just going to protect themselves. Oh, damn, dude.
Where's the guy on the ground, though? Oh my god. Did everybody else hold their breath? This is so cool the way this is filmed. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Why does I feel like yeah, that's it.
For you, the war's over.
Oh shit, dude.
What does that mean? For you, the war is over.
That he's now a prisoner, or they're gonna kill him.
When a crew went down, they disappeared. No more than 4 months at Fort Babbitt's until 32 of the 35 original crews were among the missing.
Oh my god.
They did not talk about such crews. Those of us who continued to fly mission after mission had to tiptoe around their ghosts. Some of the men were coming undone. They'd seen too many planes blow up in front of them, too many friends killed. Some people drank, some people fought, some people slept around. If you got a chance to forget, you took it. Me? I was heading to Oxford University. Bubbles' death hit me pretty hard, and Colonel Harding thought it would be good for me to represent the 100th at a conference between the Allied nations.
There'll be representatives from nearly all the Allied countries and territories. You're sure to meet some fascinating people. It arrived for you 2 days ago. I hope it's nothing urgent.
My wife, she couldn't stand the idea of a week going by without sending a letter. Subaltern A.M. Westgate arrived yet, my roommate?
Not until tomorrow, I believe. And we call them subalterns.
Subaltern.
Subalterns.
Right. Well, James, thank you for the tour.
Of course.
Subalterns. Right.
Subaltern.
Oh, he's practicing also.
Say hi to Bubbles for me.
Munster was only Rosie's third mission, but it was so horrific that Colonel Harding ordered Lieutenant Rosenthal and his crew to spend a week of R&R at a place we called the Flak House.
Called the Flak House? Really?
Welcome to Coombe House.
We have all the sports and activities you could ask for. Relaxation is the order of the day here.
How long do I have to be here?
I'm afraid that's not my department, Robert. Really, it was up to your CO when he sent you here. That's something you can discuss with Dr. Houston. We have baths here and hot water. Take advantage while you can is my advice.
Let's see, you wanna...
He wants to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, he's now a prisoner of war.
Where you from? 381st. We fly together. You?
100th. When we get a chance, you think you can run on that ankle?
I don't think so.
Oh, God. Uh-oh.
Think our boys did this? Looks like it just happened. RAF. Rich actually hit something for once.
Zusammenbleiben.
All right.
Oh, my God.
This is horrific.
This is awful. It's not these citizens' faults.
Was ist denn da los? Warum sind die denn hier?
Amerikaner! Terrorflieger!
Can't blame him.
Verdammte Amerikaner! Ihr Dreckkerle!
Is that why they dragged them through the city?
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Oh, God!
Dr. Houston? May I come in?
Yeah, come in.
I don't think this environment is helpful for me. I'd like to return to base.
Why do you think your CO sent you here?
What did he say to you?
No, I'm curious. What do you think?
There was a mission to Munster. It was rough, but I'm fine.
3 missions in your first 3 days.
Oh, my God.
120 men dead in one afternoon.
I wasn't one of them. I'm fine.
It's the third time you've used that word, fine.
You're not gonna let me leave, are you?
Sure I am. In 5 days.
It's the contrast of what Bucky's going through.
Ich suche eine Stelle, um diese Hunde zu vergraben. Einer lebt noch. Mach ihn fertig.
Seriously, where do you go?
It's nice to have a little fire. It gets cold up there.
What is
Captain
happening?
Crosby, I presume. God. Oh, don't worry, I've seen men in much less, Captain. Big family, small house, few doors.
You're...
Subaltern Westgate, your roommate. You expected a man, didn't you?
No.
What?
Yes, I did. No, I'm sorry. I expected a man.
The ATS encourage us to conceal our feminine names, hence A.M. Westgate. The A is for Alessandra, Sandra for short. And the M is for a middle name I shall take to the grave.
Yeah. I feel you.
In the mirror, was that Tracy or Gable?
Tracy.
I would have thought Gable.
I like her. She's fantastic.
We're getting to completely opposite moments with these men.
Well, 3 different, really. One being forced to go on R&R, one enjoying the R&R, and one being a prisoner, trying to get away.
Na du.
Oh, God.
Los, geh auf.
Shit.
Oh. There's no door entrance.
You Americans are a bit zestier in your approach to the opposite sex. As young men, we would never have dreamt of trying to top a debutante. We turned to chambermaids and barmaids for our excitement. These Americans coming over would invite a duchess to bed.
Chambermaids and barmaids feel they have no right to say no to their employers, but American men are persistent regardless of class. They'll pretty much top anything that moves.
It's beyond how you treat our women. It's your spitting in the streets, brawling in our pubs. Perhaps if you simply taught your chaps a little moral discipline, they wouldn't always act as if they're away from home for the first time, living it up.
Most of them are away for the first time.
Each day could be their last chance to live it up. I won't be giving them a lecture before they go on their weekend pass.
I'm not cocky enough to be a pilot, but you are a captain, so navigator, bombardier.
Navigator. What exactly do you do?
Promise not to tell anyone.
Pinky swear.
Not entirely sure what that means, but sounds official. I'm a punter.
What is that exactly?
What's that?
Oh, thank you.
Been punting since my days at Cambridge. Amateurs. Took me years to master the pole. It's all in the wrists, lad.
You're a terrible liar.
Give me time. I'll get better, promise.
That's not a good thing.
It's an interesting relationship so far.
I see you're still sleeping well.
You said it takes a day or two to adjust. What's your excuse?
Doctors can't have nightmares.
In a full suit, sure.
Where are you stationed, Doc?
Norfolk. I'm a flight surgeon with the 96.
Your group was on the Bremen raid with us.
We lost 3 forts. That was your first mission?
Lost a good friend. His first mission, too.
Human beings weren't meant to behave this way. You disagree?
You see people being persecuted, subjugated, you have to do something. They can't fight for themselves.
Oh, you're right. We had to do something. Here we are.
This, right here, this is exactly what you don't do. You don't go talking about it. You don't go crying about it. You get back in the seat and you finish the damn job.
I appreciate his wanting to be effective. Still feel like you can cry about it, though.
I was in a rhythm. 3 days, 3 missions, 3 wheels down. Boom, boom, boom. Gene Krupa. You don't stop Gene Krupa in the middle of a drum solo. Or 2 weeks later, ask him to dip right back in where he left off without missing a beat.
That's understandable.
Gene Krupa's got to think about more than keeping his own rhythm. He's responsible for the rhythm of his whole band.
He makes a fair point as well. I totally get the idea of like, you're going to put me on this vacation for however many days and then expect me to get back in the pilot seat and fly like nothing. But these guys need break and detachment as well.
Just go easy. I'm not much of a drinker. Last time I ended up on the floor of a hotel room with no boots.
Oh, do tell.
We were in London on a weekend pass, and Bubbles invented this game with quarters and boots. I ended up with no quarters and no boots. The last thing I remember is spewing in the bathroom with Bubbles, and there was only one toilet.
Ugh, sounds very romantic. Bubbles, a lady of the night?
No, it's my best friend.
He must be a good friend.
Oh, he was, yeah. He went down last week.
I'm so sorry.
That's why they sent me here. Give me a little time away.
He's not enjoying this R&R.
It was my fault.
Oh, no.
How so?
I replaced Bubbles as group navigator. If he'd have been there to plan the missions, then maybe all those planes wouldn't have went down. Maybe Bubbles would still be here.
No, your friend was on that plane for one reason, and one reason only. Because Adolf Hitler and his gang of thugs decided they should rule the world. That's it.
I appreciate
That's the only reason anybody dies in this war.
Like, he went there to get the distraction, but the reality of his situation keeps coming up.
Major Egan, come in. I am your interrogator, Lieutenant Hausmann. Where shall we begin?
How about I was in a town? Someone shot 4 of the guys with me.
Oh my God, what town?
Russheim, something else.
Rüsselsheim. That's tragic. I will add it to the report.
I don't think he cares.
As far as what you're gonna get from me, it's gonna be name, rank, and
serial number. Yours is 0399510. Yes, I already know that. I also know you were born in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. Married?
How do you know this?
From what I hear, definitely not. Squadron 418th Group, the 100th Bomber Group, H for Heavy, headquartered at Thorpe Abbots. Are you a baseball fan? Baseball is still a bit of a mystery to me. There was the big championship last week.
No, World Series.
The New York Yankees versus the St. Louis Cardinals.
We were up 2-1 when I went down.
So you are a Yankees fan. Would you like to know the outcome of the World Series? Was Buck Levin a Yankees fan?
What the fuck?
I hear he was quite a flyer. I read of his exploits in the Regensberg attack. He was your friend, wasn't he? It seems we're shooting down all the good pilots. Did you know that on your Münster attack, only one of your planes returned?
Dude.
There's a spy.
One. But back to you, Major Egan. I regret to inform you that you are, as you say, in a bit of a pickle. We know you were originally apprehended near Ostbevern. But we don't have you in any record as a crew member on any of the planes from the Münster attack. The Gestapo would say that makes you a spy. I need verification of your group, your squadron, and your plane so that I can confirm to them that you are indeed what you say you are.
John Egan, Major. 0399510.
I'd like to talk to you about Buck Levin, but I'd like you to talk to me as well. The number of replacement B-17s expected at Thorpe Abbots next week, for example.
John Egan, Major.
Oh, shit.
He's not giving you shit.
That dude had a lot of information. He knew that him and Buck were friends. He's got information on Buck. Is Buck in one of these camps somewhere?
What is gonna happen? This is why.
Zug rein! Geh in den verdammten Zug! Geh in den verdammten...
Is there a reason you want to tell me where you're stationed or what you do?
Yes. And if I wanted to think about work tonight, Captain, I would have gone to Sherry Hour with Professor Goodhart.
It's like a party. Shall we investigate?
Why do I feel like she was sent to make sure he had fun?
That's what it feels like, right? Like she's his distraction.
Yeah.
We've been scouring the college for you. An urgent message.
What is it?
I have to leave.
What, now?
Indeed. Next time you're in London, ring me. We'll go dancing. If you're lucky, I might even teach you to punt.
I hear it's all on the wrists. That's not your bicycle.
Well, I'm borrowing it.
She was nice.
She was.
Is he telling stories again?
Yeah, I've got a story. Our last mission over Munster. One by one, we see everybody go down until we're the last bird in the sky. We know they're coming for us any fucking second, and then we hear it.
Is that what I sound like?
We're about to get our balls blown off. When this guy here, this crazy bastard, starts humming Artie Shaw. Out of the blue. I gotta say, hearing his voice over the radio, that was the first time that I didn't feel scared shitless. I knew that I wasn't alone. None of us were.
Let me tell you about our last mission. We were in this shot-up fort. Someone on the plane radios the tower. Hello, Lazy Fox. This is G for George. We're calling Lazy Fox. Will you give us landing instructions?
We told each other all kinds of stories. Some of them were true, most were not. It didn't matter. Tall tales, music, laughter, good Irish whiskey. We all needed something to help us climb back into that plane and do it all again.
Oh, shit.
Over here! Over here! Bird! You made it! Merv! How do you know if Bug made it? What? I said John Egan, you're 2 o'clock.
Took you so long.
Why does it feel like they're dead? They're just walking amongst the dead.
Wow. That was another one of those difficult episodes to take in. Even though that ending was, I mean, if there's any happiness to take away from anything, I mean, just seeing a familiar face and having Buck yell at Bucky at your 2, is that what he said? At your 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
So he made it, he survived, he's in one of these camps, and I mean,
it was really sad. The train, they're going to a concentration camp.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just awful.
Yeah. I mean, the story of watching what Rosenthal and Buck and Crosby were going through, like the way they produced this episode, just showed you the brutal reality of what happens when one of these bombers goes down and you got to try to figure out how to survive versus men who have gone on multiple missions and they think that their superiors think they need to go take a break. And you saw very contrasting situations in terms of how they even handled the time off, where Crosby was kind of all about it. He was excited for it. He felt he needed it. And then you have Rosenthal who's like, no, I want to go back into my bomber and go work and go get stuff done. And the analogy he used was interesting because it makes sense. He's in a flow. He's in a rhythm. He's got things feeling a certain way that he has to be mentally to go up and do these missions.
Right. And then you break it.
You take him out of that and give them essentially paradise because that shit looked friggin' beautiful. Everything was nice. It looked fun. Great distraction, and then it's like, oh, we're gonna pull you out of that and then put you back into a plane and go follow another mission where you might not come back.
Right.
Where the last one that you flew, actually, I think he had a couple after that. Was that his third or his first? No, his first one was the one where he was the only one that came back.
Right.
So it's like, you're brand new, you just start flying these missions, you go 3 for 3, and then you get sent on this break, and then you're brought back, and it's like, are you gonna have that same mental and just ability to like fly the plane the way that he did prior?
Right.
Is he gonna still be in that rhythm and in that comfort zone of where he probably got into a certain zone? Because it felt like he was the type of dude who shut everything else off.
Right. I agree with that.
He doesn't want to hear anything about anyone's sadness. The way he was so casually talking about how he lost a friend, he was compartmentalizing everything to the point where he knew he had a certain mission that he had to do and he didn't want to be taken out of that. And he wanted to stay in there.
Right. Well, he mentioned don't talk about it, don't cry about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was his mentality, and it felt like Crosby was way more embracing of the trip and
the break,
getting away from stuff. And I think his roommate that they gave him definitely provided a really good distraction for him, even though Bubbles kept getting brought up. I mean, the letter from his wife, and then just the conversation, and then the cheers. Like, he tried to like detach from that, and he couldn't do it. But I mean, just watching what Bucky had to go through, and I don't know how he wasn't killed. Everyone else that he was with didn't make it.
No.
And the fact that he did and was on that cart and was able to run away, and then that interrogation was so weird. That was so weird.
Effective. I imagine effective.
Yeah, because he like comes across as such a friendly type of personality.
And he knows so much about you,
That
about
was
your friends.
How they do the research back then on folks, that's
yeah.
wild.
Talking
because
to
it's
other
like,
people, I assume?
you can't just go onto a computer and Google
No.
someone's name and be like, oh, I got all the information about you. That had to have come from somewhere. They had to have obtained some kind of logs or information or something. That was just like hearing him talk and then being so like casual about all of it. Like, oh, you're a Yankees fan? Like, who won the World Series? And he didn't budge on anything. Like, Bucky just sat there and was just like, no.
This is my name. This
Yeah.
is my rank. This is my serial number.
Another really brutal episode, but ending with a good moment that Buck's alive. He made it out of whatever went down and is in this
How
camp.
are you going to
and-
come out of this?
I mean, there's rules to prisoners of war.
Obviously, don't follow those.
I mean, they're alive, so they're not killing them
But they-
on sight.
Sent this entire group through the city to
That was-
basically stone to death.
I mean, I don't know if that is okay. There are rules.
Yeah.
And they weren't being followed in that moment. But everyone that's in these camps, they should be kept alive. I think all the soldiers, again, my history is very foggy on all this stuff. But I think that's when the war ends and you come to an agreement, because Americans are keeping prisoners, the Germans are keeping prisoners. And I think that's like prisoner exchange kind of stuff. But again, I don't claim to be a very knowledgeable person when it comes to history, because I'm just not. But these episodes, they are really well produced.
Yes.
I like the way they edited this one, going back and forth, just seeing the different situations of what everyone's dealing with. The music is incredible.
Always.
I mean, they do a really, really good job of producing these shows and this content. And I mean, I think any feeling of what we felt after the first or second episode is completely gone for me. I'm feeling like this show is doing its job. It's really well done. The production value is very high. The story feels really good in terms of the television aspect of it. Obviously, this is real life and this all went down and this is history. But the show aspect of it, I think, is really well done.
I agree.
So, anything else?
No.
All right, y'all. You guys share all your thoughts. Leave your comments. We'll see you later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.